Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is John Campea, Editor-in-Chief of AMC Movie News, and over this holiday season, me and the rest of the crew, of course, are doing the season, giving you our top 10 most anticipated films of 2015. What's really cool about talking about anticipated films is that none of our lists are going to look exactly alike, and I think that's really cool. And it's also important to remember, as I give you my list, I'm not necessarily giving my list of what I think will be the top 10 best films of the year, but necessarily what it is I am looking forward to the most. And of course, like any fan, a lot of different factors go into what makes a movie something that I would look forward to it or not. So this is all subjective, of course. Take it with a grain of salt. Now, before I get into my top 10, I'm going to list off a couple of honorable mentions that I kind of feel like should be on my list, but they aren't. But I'm looking forward to these films an awful lot nonetheless. The first kind of honorable mention I'm going to say is the new James Bond film, Spectre. Like, Skyfall took the James Bond franchise to a new level for us. It's the most successful James Bond film we've ever had. And, you know, having the addition of Christoph Waltz, of course, we had Dave Bautista coming in as well. There's an awful lot to look forward to in this film. So Spectre is one of my honorable mentions. Also, a film I was not looking forward to too much about 4 or 5 months ago, but is that new Colin Firth film, Kingsman, The Secret Service. The more I hear about this and the more I see from it, the more and more excited I am getting for it. So Kingsman is definitely way up there for me. Also, Ted 2. If it wasn't for A Million Ways to Die in the West, Ted 2 would probably be on my top 10 most anticipated films of the year. But look, that being said, Ted was one of the funniest comedies I've seen in an awfully long time. We've got the main cast returning. I am super stoked for it, so Ted 2. Also, Ant-Man. Now, I got as nervous as everybody else with all the delays with Ant-Man and the fact that, you know, Edgar Wright eventually moved on from the project and all that kind of stuff. But once again, the more we're starting to see from it, the more we're hearing from it, I just cannot help but be excited about it. So Ant-Man's up there as well. Two others on my honorable mention list. San Andreas, The Rock. A month ago, wouldn't be even in my honorable mentions list, but that trailer kicked ass. Paul Giamatti doing the narrative through it as well. It's going to happen in California, but you're going to feel it on the East Coast. I mean, that to me, that was just awesome. And of course, I actually can't believe this is in my top 10, but that's how excited I am about the films for 2015. Furious 7. I lost my mind for Fast and Furious 5. I thought that was topped even more by Fast and Furious 6. So I am really super excited for Fast and the Furious 7. So with all that out of the way, here is my top 10 most anticipated films of 2015. Coming in at number 10, the new George Clooney, Brad Bird film, Tomorrowland. This trailer absolutely blew me away. Now, that one scene in the trailer, you know, when she touches the pin and she's teleported to the new place, I think a lot of films, what they would have done is try to utilize some kind of weird visual effect, like she touches the pin, then and then she's in a new place. But that device they used of touching the pin and this, the instant instantly she's there. There's no teleportation. There's nothing. She's just there. I thought that was so effective. It was so jarring, but in a really good way. And then looking around, and then of course that little speech by Clooney I thought was really good. So yeah, number 10 for me is going to be Tomorrowland. At number 9, a film I didn't think would be on this list until I saw the trailer, Minions. Now, Minions are of course probably, there's a lot very good about the Despicable Me films. But Minions is right up there amongst the top of the great things about that film. But I didn't really know if Minions could carry a film. But then the trailer came out. I remember I was sitting with John Schnepp and Dennis a few when that trailer came on, and I just remember laughing the whole way through the trailer. It was so charming and so delightful, and instantly my mind was changed about it, that I do think, yeah, this is a film that can be carried by these creatures. I think this is going to be great. So at number 9 is Minions. Going into number 8. Mad Max Fury Road. Now, I've mentioned a few films on this list where it's like, I wasn't looking forward to it till I saw the trailer. I didn't actually really love the trailer to Mad Max Fury Road. I know a lot of people did, but that doesn't matter. I already knew everything I needed to know. This film looks awesome. I believe it is going to be absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to see it. I mean, you got Tom Hardy coming in there as well. Charlize Theron, one of the great actresses of our generation. This movie's going to kick all sorts of ass. I'm very excited about it. So number 8, Mad Max Fury Road. Coming in at number 7, Jurassic World. I mean, I think we were all excited that they were coming back, but at the same time, a little bit trepidatious when they first announced. It's like, okay, are they going back to the well one too many times? And then, of course, they had Colin Trevorrow to direct it as well, a great visionary new young director, which was a really cool thing. And then Chris Pratt gets added. And right there, I'm on board. And I know some other people had some issues with the trailer for Jurassic World, the first one that came out. But I'm telling you, for me, it was what the trailer should have been. And seeing that incredible shot of Chris Pratt running with his pack of velociraptors to me was awesome. I thought that was great. So for me, at number 7 is Jurassic World. At number 6, the new Joseph Gordon-Levitt film, The Walk. Now, this is based on the same true story as the 2008 documentary Man on Wire. And it's based on the true story of the guy who walked that wire between the two twin towers. The documentary was so beautifully well done. And then when I first heard of, over a year ago, that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was now going to be playing it in a live narrative film, fantastic. The first trailer came out, everything I wanted it to be. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was totally the right guy to play this role. I think this could be a role for him that gets him some serious nomination push come next year's Oscars. So something for us to keep a look at. Number 6, The Walk. At number 5, you knew this was going to be on the list somewhere. Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. I am so glad Tarantino got over his first little fit when he found out that, Hateful Eight, the script got leaked, and he said, that's it, I'm not making the movie anymore, blah. I'm so glad cooler heads prevailed, because a Quentin Tarantino film going back to the Western genre after seeing what he did with Django Unchained, give me a break. Of course, this is a no-brainer. I am so excited for this. So, of course, number 5 is The Hateful Eight. At number 4, I'm so excited about this, is The Revenant. The Revenant is a film you may not have heard of, but this is being directed by Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu, and this guy just churns out amazing storytelling every time he directs a film, and he directed what might have been the best film of 2014 in Birdman. You add on top of that Leonardo DiCaprio, who never brings anything but gold medal worthy performances, and then you add on top of that, it's like a vengeance flick of a guy who's seeking vengeance after being left for dead, after being mauled by a bear. What? Crazy. Incredible filmmaker, incredible actor, incredible premise. Absolutely. I'm surprised this one's going under so many people's radars, but a number 4 for me is The Revenant. At number 3 is what might end up being, I believe the potential is there, to be the greatest Pixar film of all time. And when you look at the lineup of Pixar films throughout history, that is saying a lot, and that is the new film Inside Out. I've had the privilege of seeing about 10 to 15 minutes of this film at CinemaCon in Vegas last year, and I was so overwhelmed by the tone of this film. It is going to be hilarious. It's going to be touching. It's going to be thoughtful. And I've spoken to people at Disney about this film, and they are losing their minds over this movie, Inside Out. I cannot wait for this to come out. It's got a terrific lineup of voice cast, so sign me up. Inside Out is my number 3 most anticipated film of the year. The top 2 here are no surprise, but what order will they come in? Maybe that's a bit of a surprise. But for number 2 for me is Avengers Age of Ultron. To me, and for my money, Avengers is the best comic book movie ever made. I know that there's a very worthy debate to be had between The Dark Knight and the Avengers. For me, it's the Avengers. It just did everything right. Joss Whedon returns. The first trailer crushed it. It's got everybody talking and going on about it. This is going to be maybe the event film of the year. So obviously the Avengers was going to be in my top 2, but it does come in at number 2. And I'm sure now none of you can possibly guess what is my number 1 most anticipated film of the year. Well, it's time to end the suspense. Obviously, my number 1 most anticipated film of the year, you knew this was going to be here even before this list started, but is Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. This may not just be my most anticipated film of the year. This may be my most anticipated film of the decade. Ever since what is, to me, I know some people like them, but to me, the biggest disappointments I've ever had in the movie theaters, and that's the Star Wars prequels. My whole life has been about Star Wars. Since, it's my earliest childhood memory. this now is another chance. This is a redemption shot at returning to the world of Star Wars, a true heir to Return of the Jedi. We got J.J. Abrams in there, who wasn't my first choice to direct the new Star Wars movies, but definitely one of those directors who I thought, hey, if this guy is the guy directing it, I'll be happy. And sure enough, he's bringing with him a sense of reverence for this material, a desire to get back to the sense of awe and wonder of the original trilogy, all that kind of good stuff. You got the original cast coming back. You've got some of the most talented performers that young Hollywood has to offer right now in this film as well. So for me, the obvious, clear choice, the torchbearer, my number one most anticipated film of 2015 is Star Wars Episode 7. So let's revisit. To recap, my top 10 most anticipated films of 2015 are: at number 10, Tomorrowland; at number 9, Minions; number 8, Mad Max Fury Road; number 7, Jurassic World; number 6, The Walk; number 5, Hateful Eight; number 4, The Revenant; number 3, Inside Out; number 2, Avengers Age of Ultron, and obviously my number one most anticipated film of the year is Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. That's my list. The important thing is here, what is your list? Make sure you jump in the comments of this video. Let me know what your top 10 most anticipated films of 2015 are. I cannot wait to read them. And don't forget, look in our YouTube channel to see all the other AMC Movie News crew giving their top 10 lists for the upcoming year of 2015. Thanks a lot for joining us, guys. My name is John Campea for AMC Movie News. Hope you're enjoying your holiday week. And until next time, bye-bye.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC Movie Talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.